Ben Aries is the founder and editor-in-chief of BNE IntelliNews and also former Moscow bureau chief for the Daily Telegraph. Mr. Aries is now joining us live from Berlin, Germany. Welcome to the show, Mr. Aries. The current administration of Joe Biden, including the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, has dismissed the remarks by U.S. President-elect Donald Trump as being not practical. But Trump still goes on. He insists on the same thing. He pokes holes even. What does Trump know that the American public doesn't?
Well, it's all a bit of a crazy story, isn't it? I think there's two things you can take out from this, and one is serious and one is less so. The less so is that this is simply the modus operandi of Trump, that he loves to cause a scandal, he loves to cause reaction. And the greater the reaction, the louder it is, the more he's pleased. I mean, he's been called a narcissist. And so the proposal to annex Greenland has caused a huge outcry. But then again, I mean, to what extent are people taking this seriously? I mean, Biden saying it's not practical, that's to take it seriously and offer a reasonable, because it isn't practical. But I think the whole thing is not practical. Like the president of Mexico was obviously having a bit of fun and proposing to call America Mexican America. And I don't think anybody takes it seriously. I mean, on the one hand, Scholz, the German chancellor, made the simple point that the principle, the inviolability of borders is fundamental to the Western world, and it can't be usurped by small powers or even big ones. At the same time, nobody seriously, if you listen to the French foreign minister, he said no one seriously thinks that America's about to invade and annex Greenland. So I think it's more Trump just sort of making waves. However, the more serious part of this, the fallout that there will be, is that these comments are an absolute gift to people like Putin and Xi Jinping in China, because they've been complaining about American imperialism. And here you have it, exactly that Trump's saying that we want to take Greenland because it has strategic, it's critical, he said, importance to us. And it has minerals, and militarily it's very important. And it also looks into the Arctic, where the Kremlin has significant, most of it is proven oil and gas reserves are now in the Arctic, and Greenland would give you access to that as well. So the Kremlin says they're watching this very closely.
Mr. Aries, let me butt in here.
Go ahead.
Sorry, let me butt in here. There is something that you said that I want us to go back to, that there are some countries which are not taking it seriously. And you did mention Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum, who says that the U.S. or Mexico should be renamed Mexicana America. But we have Canada. Canada has already started preparing themselves for counter tariffs. What are they afraid of?
Well, it's more of the same, isn't it? I mean, Trump is saying that, we run a trade deficit with Canada, that we're propping them up, and that they should simply join and become the 51st state of the states. And the Canadian government, like everyone else, has said, look, that's not realistic. We're good partners and we should stay partners, but they're not going. And it's just not going to happen. There would be a revolution. And Canadians themselves are happy to be next door. They're happy to be good friends, but they're happy being Canadian. They have a long street, so they're not going to accept it.
All right, Ben Aries, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much for your time and for talking to us today. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.